The Struggle Behind the Smile, Episode 3, The Storm Before the Breakthrough, Scene 1, The Group Assignment. During one of her lectures, Amara and her classmates were assigned a major group project that would contribute significantly to their final grades. While everyone seemed eager to begin, Amara found it difficult to concentrate. She smiled and participated when necessary, but her thoughts kept drifting back to the financial burden hanging over her. The closer the fee deadline came, the harder it became to ignore the reality she was facing. As the group members began planning their project, they discussed materials, printing costs, and other expenses that would be shared among them. One by one, everyone agreed to contribute. Amara remained silent. She knew she could barely afford her personal needs, let alone additional academic expenses. Sitting among her classmates, she felt alone. Despite being surrounded by people, it was one of those moments when she wished someone could understand the struggle hidden behind her smile. Later that afternoon, Amara decided to take a walk to clear her mind. As she passed through the student center, her attention was drawn to a notice board covered with announcements and flyers. One notice caught her eye. It was an advertisement for a student support initiative designed to assist students facing financial hardship. Her heart skipped a beat as she carefully read through the requirements. She felt a small spark of hope. Perhaps this was the opportunity she had been praying for. Determined not to let the opportunity slip away, Amara submitted her application and was invited for an interview. Sitting before the committee, she spoke honestly about her circumstances. She shared her dreams, her family's struggles, and her determination to complete her education despite the obstacles before her. As she left the interview room, she replayed the conversation in her mind. She didn't know whether she would be selected, but she felt proud that she had at least tried. While Amara waited for a response, Daniel couldn't stop thinking about her situation. He admired her determination and refused to stand by while she carried such a heavy burden alone. Quietly, he began speaking with a few trusted friends. Together, they discussed possible ways to support her if the application did not work out. It wasn't about charity. It was about helping a friend protect her future. Little by little, a plan began to take shape. 2 days later, Amara received an email notification on her phone. Her hands trembled as she opened it. The words before her eyes seemed almost too good to be true. Her application had been approved. For a moment, she simply stared at the screen, unable to believe what she was reading. Then tears of relief filled her eyes. After weeks of uncertainty, it finally felt as though a door had opened. She immediately shared the good news with Daniel. He was happy too. That evening, Amara's joy was interrupted by an unexpected phone call from home. The moment she heard her mother's voice, she knew something was wrong. Through tears, her mother explained that her father had suddenly collapsed and had been rushed to the hospital. The doctors were running tests, but no one knew how serious the situation was. The news hit Amara like a storm. Only hours earlier she had been celebrating. Now, she found herself facing a completely different crisis. Amara went to the student support office, hoping to get the approved funds. An officer reviewed her file, looked up at her, and spoke slowly. The records shows the funds had already been released. Confused, Amara asked who had received them. The officer turned the screen toward her. Attached to the withdrawal documents was a signature. Amara's heart stopped. The signature wasn't hers. Daniel stared at the screen in disbelief. But one thing was certain. The nightmare was far from over. The end of Episode 3. The Struggle Behind the Smile. A Helping Hand. To be continued. Watch out for Episode 4. Follow for more.